Welcome to the tall vase demo. Things going. Alright, so definitely going to want to wheel wedge this. Just kind of pulling the clay together, get it taller. Definitely make sure there's enough water. You want it to have that shiny look. If it's not shiny looking, you're going to put too much pressure on the clay and just kind of tear it. So you want to just tear the clay off. You can just work it up and down a few times to get it centered. Each time it'll come in a little more centered than the last. Also, when you're doing when you're centering more clay, you're going to have to be able to just work on the top when you're wheel wedging it. So you don't have to center this whole big piece of clay all at once. So, So, you know what, this one's, you can do this is kind of small to do this on, but if you have a chunk of clay, and just to make the hole, instead of pushing into it with your hands, you kind of use one of these valves to make the hole. And I'm, keeping it steady on my shoulder. You just kind of press right down into it. And there we'll open it up the same way we do. Just kind of brace your, keeping your left hand steady with my right hand. And clean up some of the water inside. Get all that out now while you can as you go. And just really compress the bottom real good. So you don't get any cracks. Start to lift this up. So I'll do the first couple pulls sitting down. I'm really, got my right arm braced on my leg here. The left hand's just pulling into the right. So this is kind of keeping everything steady just by kind of moving there. And another pull like that. Feel a little air bubble. Could you hand me a needle tool, please?
Tools.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks.
Alright, hopefully that got our air bubble. Alright, and get this last pull in here. And you just want to keep it a cylinder. Don't start going out. You want to, try to keep everything going in. You want to get it as tall as you can, as even as you can. After I've got it up to about here, I like to make a pull standing up. And that's just because I can really get real steady, leaning on my arm this way. So everything is just extra steady that way. Trick is just keeping it in a cylinder. Don't want to go out at all. So they say if you can leave the wheel spinning at the same speed the entire time without changing the speed. I'm getting this little wobble down here. Without changing the speed, and you pull it up at the same rate each time, that the walls will stay perfectly even throughout the pot. But I'm always changing the speed of the wheel depending on what I'm doing, and they come out close enough. So here we've got pretty much about as much as I'm going to get out of the clay without really fighting over it for like every last little bit. So from here, I like to just clean up the bottom before I get kind of going on it. That's just going to help keep your eye in line with the profile. If you just leave a bunch of clay on the bottom and start going to work on it, like you just kind of lose track of where that is, and then later you're trying to match the bottom with the top instead of it have all just kind of work from the beginning. So, get that started now. Want to keep it nice and smooth as I'm working on it, so I have to rib on the outside. And just start with a little outward pressure at the bottom, and I'm going to start working my way out to the top, just little by little. You don't need to do the whole shape all at once. Before I get going too far, I'm going to get the last of that water out of the bottom of it. Shouldn't really need to add any more water anywhere on the inside from this point forward. So whether you're using the sponge or a rib, just whatever kind of works for you, or just your hands even. Trying to keep this tall, so I don't want to go out too wide. I'm going to try to kind of keep this thing narrow. So just do about there. So shape the inside of the rib, sponge on the outside. It's a nice way to do it. And from here, I'm going to start to give this another pull up. And so from here you can kind of take it wherever you want. You know, starting to look like a vase, you could just pull the lip right out, or you could just really try to get this thing tall, squeeze it in. See how tall we can get it. And if you're wanting to put flowers in it or something, you need to leave a hole big enough for that. And then you choke this neck in and just kind of get it tall. And this is bigger size, so throwing with a bat is kind of good. I didn't use one. I don't think you're gonna need one. We'll get it off. Don't worry about that. But you don't need the bat for this. I prefer not to have a bat for doing something like this. Just kind of flare the lip out, push the neck in. You can always see how far you want to take it. If you want to squeeze the neck in, have like this little tiny neck. Not going to really get many flowers in it or anything like that if you do.
This is terrifying.
I do the tall cylinders, and then when I go to shape it, that's when I'm like,
Sorry. She doesn't like liver, okay?
Got it.
Like, what about like wild game liver? That stuff's
No.
delicious.
She's vegan. Vegan. I'm vegan.
Vegan. Even if you catch it yourself. Swirl. Yeah, so. Judging how wet
Is this the
that
screwed up
is.
one?
Alright, let's see. I don't know if I've ever shown you this before. I'll show you how to get it hot off the wheel head when it's
Not on the back.
not on a bat.
How come you don't like to use the bat for this?
Just because it's like you're lifting up so much, it's like stuck to the wheel head.
Oh, okay.
That hand sort of. Alright, so yeah, you're gonna get water all over the place on the bottom.
I should be doing with like every piece.
And I'm just gonna cut it. You're dragging some of that water underneath it there. And when you get it onto the water, now you can just kind of slide it. So, just slide it, you know, it's even good to have a little water on the thing you're sliding it onto. Oh boy. So, just another way you can do that. You know, plates and bowls don't work as good for that, but
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
it's just another way to do it.
Okay. Easy peasy.
Yeah. I'll have 3 by the end.